Hello, let me ask you a question. With the things that are happening in the world today with the economy and the challenges that we're having, the adults and the children, I'd like to ask you some questions. Do you have some things that are really challenging to you? Has someone in your family been diagnosed with the disease? Are you a child in school and bullies are teasing you? Or maybe your family has broken up, or just things that are hurting you, you're depressed and sad. Well, what I'd like to do today is share this brief video with you that will impact your life. Now, the story that I'm going to tell is called The Parable of an Eagle. But I've titled this presentation, King's Kids Don't Eat No Chicken Food. Now, no, I didn't say King's Kids don't eat no chicken. I said King's Kids don't eat no chicken food. So let's get started. A certain man went through a forest, seeking any bird of interest he might find. He found the eagle, picked it up, brought it home, and put it among ducks, fowls, turkeys, and fed it chicken food, even though it was an eagle, the king of birds. 5 years later, a naturalist was passing through the garden, and he saw the bird, and he said, that bird, that's not a chicken, that's an eagle. The owner said, I know, but I have trained it to be a chicken, not an eagle, and it will never fly. No, said the naturalist, it is an eagle still. Give me a chance and I'll make it soar high to the sky. So they agreed to test it. The naturalist picked up the eagle and held it up high and said with great intensity, Eagle, thou art an eagle. Thou dost belong to the sky and not to this earth. Stretch forth your wings and fly. And the eagle, turning this way and that, and looking down at the chickens eat, and down he jumped and began to eat with the chickens. The owner laughed and said, I told you, it's a chicken, and it will never fly. The naturalist said, give me another try, and I'll make it soar high to the sky. So the next morning, he took it to the top of the house. He picked the eagle up and held it up high and said with great intensity, Eagle, thou art an eagle. Thou dost belong to the sky and not to this earth. Stretch forth your wings and fly. And the eagle, turning this way and that, and again, looking down at the chickens, he jumped and began to eat with the chickens. The owner laughed and said, I told you, it's a chicken, not an eagle, and it will never fly. No, asserted the naturalist, it is an eagle still. It has the heart of an eagle. Give me one more try tomorrow, and I'll make it soar high to the sky. So the next morning, the naturalist got up. He took the eagle away from the chickens, away from the housetop, out to the foot of a high mountain. The sun was just rising, guiding across the top of the mountain, and each crab was glistering in the joy of the beautiful day. So the naturalist picked up the eagle once more, held it up high, and said to the eagle, Eagle, thou art an eagle. Thou dost belong to the sky and not to this earth. Stretch forth your wings and fly. and the eagle turning this way and that, but he did not fly. So the naturalist made it look straight at the sun. And again he said to the eagle, "Eagle, thou art an eagle. Thou dost belong to the sky and not to this earth. Stretch forth your wings and fly." And all of a sudden, with the tremble of an eagle, his wings began to tremble, and he rose up higher and higher and higher, never to return. You see, it was an eagle still, even though it had been trained and tamed to be a chicken. Some have told us that we are chickens, and some of us still believe that we are. But we are not chickens, we're eagles. Eagles, thou art an eagle. Thou do belong to the sky and not to this earth. Stretch forth your wings and fly. Why? Because king's kids, like the eagle, don't eat no chicken food. And so some of you are saying, "Brenda, I just don't understand this king's kids stuff and chicken food." Well, let me help you. Chicken food, when someone says because of your culture, or the color of your skin, or where you were brought up, that you will not amount to much, you see, that's chicken food. And king's kids don't eat no chicken food. Chicken food is when you walk into the school and someone bullies you or teases you and say you're too tall, you're too short, you're too skinny, you're too fat, you don't belong here. And you say to yourself, that's chicken food. And king's kids don't eat no chicken food. And I can go on and on and on about more that's in my book called King's Kids Don't Eat No Chicken Food. And it's coming out in October. And so what I would like for you and what I'd like to do is get into your classrooms, get into your associations or your prisons and talk about king's kids, like the eagle, strong and powerful, and talk about the chicken food. Look for the story that I want to tell. And my name is Brenda Anderson Parker, and I can be contacted at 972-333-9291. You see, the purpose of this book is to impact your life. Sometimes we're lonely. Sometimes we think we're all alone and we can't accomplish anything. But I can assure you that king's kids don't eat no chicken food. When you hear the rest of the story and read the book, will change your life. Again, this is Brenda Anderson Parker at 972-333-9291. And if you'd like to come out and check me out and hear all about me, you can come to our Entrepreneurs Training, a conference that's taking place October the 1st, 2016 at 9 o'clock in the morning. And again, this book will be on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. But I invite you to give me a call, and I'll share with you some of the things I will offer for free if you're one of the first callers to call in. So again, look for me, call me, Brenda Anderson Parker at 972-333-9291, or email me at baparker3@aol.com. Look forward to seeing you. Have an